All right. Test.
Test.
Test. Last Sunday was the Washington's Kennedy Center. There was like awards that they do for entertainment and comedy royalty, apparently. Well, it's a host of comedic and entertainment royalty. It is, Anyway. Mm-hmm. So the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor was awarded to Adam Sandler.
Okay.
So now the question here is, this is our Ask an Idiot segment. Is Adam Sandler, not that he's funny, but do you think you think about his complete body of work? Now, obviously, it's very extensive.
Yes.
All the way back on, heck, he was on the remote control game show way back in the 80s on MTV. Then he got to start on Saturday Night Live. It was a staple on there. Some of the best years in the entire reign of that show, I think, were in those 80s with Mike Myers and Phil Hartman and Adam Sandler and all those guys. Yeah. So anyway, he'll have plenty of movies. So what do you think? Does he deserve it of the award or not so much? Why or why not?
Absolutely.
Why?
You just said it right there. To be on that cast, he may not have been the funniest person on that cast, but he was part of the cast that was the funniest, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And look at the movies. If you single out any movie, not any, they weren't all home runs, especially the ones lately probably aren't the best, the ones on Netflix. But Happy Gilmore, is there a more quotable movie, especially if you're a golfer, other than Caddyshack? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Billy Madison. Those two movies there, you could take those, isolate those, and go, this is his body work. And somebody would go, wow, that guy's fucking brilliant. He's a comedic genius. Mm-hmm. I think you, or people of what I think you might be thinking, that thinks the opposite of that is that you're taking the giant body of work, which, mathematical average might put it down lower. Mm-hmm. I go on the memorable movies for me. Because you think about there's other actors out there that if you looked at their whole body, if you went to their IMDb page, the whole body of work would take them down on an average if you let it.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Many actors, you're right.
And so I don't think you can do that just because some of his newer stuff didn't quite hit. Mm-hmm. I think with his early stuff alone solidifies that he deserves that.
Okay.
What about you?
My initial thought was, I'm not so sure, because I'm thinking of some of the newer movies that were kind of clunkers, mm-hmm. right? But then again, like you say, you have to pause and think back on, like you said, just the complete body of work. And you know what? And there's not, really, if you really pause and think about it, there's not a lot of, there's definitely some, but not a lot, where somebody started on Saturday Night Live mm-hmm. and had a great run. Right. He was funny on Saturday Night Live. There were definitely plenty of very good appearances from his just showing up and singing a guitar on the news. Yep. He had very memorable characters, reoccurring characters on there. He developed like Opera Man. I think Opera Man was one of the funniest things that ever was on the news. Sure. I thought that was great.
He had his own CD out at one time.
Which was the stand-up career. And then went on to make more than one decent movie. There's definitely more halfway decent or good than mm-hmm. maybe not so good movies in his library. And he certainly had shown some ability to do some more dramatic roles as well.
Right. Which again doesn't really pertain to this, but as the body of his career, it helps.
Yeah, right. So this is focused on the comedy part here, though. So.
But I agree with you. Some of his, I mean, shit. The movie Click.
Yeah,
is
it's a good one.
A really good movie.
Absolutely.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, for example, if you think about
Wedding
it this
Singer
way.
was great.
I did not see Wedding Singer.
That's a good one. That's a nice movie, yeah, with Drew Barrymore.
The only one I couldn't get through is the Little Nicky.
Yeah.
I know Nick loves it, but I can never get through it.
If you're like a heavy metal fan, you can get through that one, but if you're not so much,
it's
then
the voice.
tough
It's
to
him
get
doing
through.
that character. It's just annoying as piss.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Oh, but what I was saying was, look at it, Bob Dylan.
Sure.
If you would take Bob Dylan's full career and show somebody like at the end, or not, he's still going. Actually, I think he has a new album coming out. But towards his latter side, or the 80s, 90s, to where he's doing the like stuff that's probably people aren't listening to. Are you going to go, yes, that's Bob Dylan. That's the musical icon, genius. No, you call him that because of what he did in the 60s. And
Yep.
So I think the same place here.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and it's certainly he's one of the most successful comedians ever.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
far as financially and everything else. So
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we do believe he's deserving of the award overall.
Absolutely.
But
congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. So do you think that way out there? If you're listening or watching, we want to hear from you. Yeah. Is he deserving of it or not? Why or why not?
Let us know in all those comments, or email us at convincingidiots
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, good stuff.
Hey, Team with Convincing Idiots, Brian and Nick here. Like and subscribe. Three.
On this week of Convincing Idiots, episode number 134, we give you some proper adult conversation. We don't have the youthful children, millennials joining us this evening. So we give you some proper adult, sophisticated conversation.
Did you say fisting?
What the fuck did I say?